stupid this gets. They just do anything to keep your attention. So they can do that remote neural manipulation. So they can do that, entrainment. So they can do that entrainment, get your evoked potentials and things like that. I'm not going to go into the science of everything because my brain is just, wow, I'm very tired. But I did want to make a video and just kind of, give an update. We got to keep gathering together, on the calls. If you have good ideas, you have good defenses, something that could help somebody, please jump on the calls and say, hey, I've got something that I think can help people. If you just, you can't take this and you got to talk to somebody, please jump on the calls. And even if they, even if they're going through a topic, they'll give you somebody to talk to. You can find somebody to talk to on there. I'm talking to a lot of target individuals right now, but you can email me. I'm a little bit overloaded with that and some other things, but email me and I'll try and get to you as soon as I can. And if you need to talk, especially about V2K, I'm going to start trying to talk to other target individuals who are having trouble with voice to skull. I have trouble with it too sometimes, because I'm just a human being, just like everybody else. But I found some ways to really ignore it. I've seen some videos from some guys, and they're smart guys, but they're like, oh, and it's this guy named Jim on the V2K, and Jim and this other girl on there, and they're I know them and they live in my town and stuff like that. And then they're kind of going along with this routine that the voice to skull is trying to create for them. And I can tell you, there's probably more than 90% chance that the people doing voice to skull to you are just doing voice modification. So it's people you may not even know, but they just take voices of people that you do know and they act like they're them. Or they, I've heard a lot of scenarios, like, I've just heard a lot of gross scenarios with the voice to skull where they're probably just acting, they're surveillance role playing, it's people on shifts and they're just making up a scenario so that you think it's these certain people, and they keep bringing, like, I've heard a lot of the target individuals, and I thought this too, when my voice to skull was like kind of about 2 years into it. They would do voices like somebody was coming into the room and this person would be like, oh, what's he doing now? Oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. So it was like they were constantly bringing new people into the room, and that is BS, because they have these shifts of like 2 to 3 people, probably three a day, 3 shifts a day. And they'll act like they keep on, because they can do any voice. They can do, I've had mine do Ella's voice, from Ella Free, because I work with her a lot. Mike, he's another moderator. My mom's voice, my own voice. They've done my own voice. Then they did the, and I'm not sure how they got the ex-Army guy and his wife's voice from next door. It may have been them for a little while doing it from there, or they may have just lended their voices to it. But they've done so many voices of different people, just a lot of different voices. I've heard a lot of target individuals. There was one lady who said that Robert Duncan was communicating with her through a certain technology. She meant voice to skull, and she was a very, very intelligent lady. She still is. She's still alive and everything. But she was saying that he was trying to contact her and help her through voice to skull, and that's something that wouldn't be that hard to believe, since we're dealing with all these very, very complicated technologies. Somebody could be thrown off and think, oh wow, Robert Duncan's trying to help me out because I've talked to him in other ways and he knows about this technology, so he's contacting me through this technology. But it's not. It was her. It was her attackers on the shifts using Robert Duncan's voice you know, to act like they were helping, you know, to do more remote neural manipulation, play around with her and stuff like that. So be really careful about the voice to skull. They can do any voices on there. It's, you know, in my situation, it's people who I don't know. It's 3 shifts of people. There may be like one person from you know, the old apartment who might be involved in it, but I didn't even know him anyway. It might happen like that where somebody around you is involved in this and it's their job, but more than likely it's people you don't know, you know, and they're just doing these different voice modifications. You know, surveillance role playing is what they call it. Okay, guys. I got about 10 more minutes on this video. I was gonna go through supplements. I guess I'll go through supplements. Just make this like a 30-minute video. I got my book sack full of supplements over here. I'm gonna take this out right there. And I guess I'll go through some of these. I want to go through supplements that are very good for cleansing out the non-ionizing microwave radiation. So the first 2, I would say, this is potassium iodide. This is actually potassium iodide from a lab that I got from a friend, and I don't know what lab they got it from, but it's very high. It's high purity potassium iodide. You can also use kelp pills, any kind of iodine. You want to be taking some kind of iodine or potassium iodide supplement because that's cleansing the microwave radiation out of your system. Don't take too much. This, like, I take 0.5 grams like 3 times a week. But usually when you get potassium iodide supplements, it comes in micrograms. So, you know, just kind of go with the instructions on the bottle. But definitely take a lot potassium iodide or iodine supplement. Then the second thing, take melatonin. Melatonin actually helps your pineal gland, prevents a lot of cancers, and it helps you go to sleep, but it's also good cleansing the EMF out of your body. So melatonin is very important, not just to help you sleep, but also for a lot of healing properties to your body, and also to decalcify your pineal gland. Your pineal gland produces melatonin. Let's see what else. Here's kelp. I have a big thing of kelp, but I usually use the other potassium iodide. But kelp has, these kelp pills have potassium iodide in them. Then for other things for cleansing, let's see, magnesium. Magnesium can help keep you regular in the bathroom, and it also does cleanse out, help to heal cells in your body that have been damaged by electromagnetic frequencies. So magnesium is very important. I take about 2 of these, 250 milligram tablets a day. And then I guess there's a lot of other stuff for cleansing. I have bentonite clay too, but I don't use it a lot. I would really suggest using bentonite clay, just like a teaspoon in a big 8-ounce thing of water every day. This can clean out toxins and funguses in your body with nanoparticulates. So bentonite clay, this is really good, and it's pretty cheap. You can get it at the health food store. So the last thing for cleansing, let's see if I can find. I didn't really prepare for this because I thought I was just going to give an update. Boron. This has been really important for me. Take boron. I know I've done this before, but I just want to show y'all what I'm taking now so you can maybe get some ideas. Boron is definitely good. This cleanses toxins, toxins and funguses out of your body. Boron, heavy metals too. You want to try and chelate heavy metals out of your body. With the stuff that I use, I don't even get any of the vibrations that a lot of people feel. I just get, my muscles messed up from the microwaves and the remote neural manipulation. Now for feeding the body instead of cleansing it. And also on that cleansing, garlic and oregano oil. I have some oregano oil, but it's very, very spicy. It hurts my stomach. but garlic and oregano oil are also important. Let me see if I can get the stuff that I take to for nutrition in my body. Simple multivitamin. I just take a Flintstone vitamin every day. This is my multivitamin. So simple. Sometimes I take 2 when I'm feeling really bad. Chewable. And so you guys can get some ideas. This is Drenamin. I take 2 of these a day. Drenamin, it's an adrenal supplement. The EMF messes with our adrenal gland function, our endocrine system basically. So your thyroid and your adrenal gland. This is for your adrenal gland. Drenamin. I take 2 a day. There's 90 tablets. It says take 3 a day, but I usually take 2 a day of Drenamin for my adrenal gland. An adrenal supplement that gives me a lot of energy, because this takes away a lot of energy for us. And then this is Thymex from Standard Process. They're both from Standard Process Labs. This is Thymex, which is a thyroid supplement. I take 1 a day. There's 90 pills for a month, but Thymex thyroid supplement to just strengthen my thyroid gland, to strengthen my endocrine system. So the Drenamin and Thymex. Yeah, Thymex. And then what else do I use? And this I've started recently. Super B complex. Super B complex helps with metabolism, but it also helps to strengthen the nervous system, because these people it's basically messing with the myelin sheaths on our nerves. Super B complex helps to rebuild nerves, helps to strengthen nerves in the nervous system. So it's Super B complex, and it gives you energy. So this is also very important. That's about it. One other thing that I do take, and I'll just mention towards the end of the video, and I think, and I'm not a doctor, so all these things, make sure that you can take them. Maybe check with the doctor. I do take a lot of, there's chemical shielding for this stuff, which is like some people take Xanax, some people take Valium. I take lorazepam. I take lorazepam, or it's called Ativan. And I take like 1 milligram a day, and it helps to really suppress my nervous system a little bit, and they're attacking our nervous system and our brain with electromagnetic frequencies with directed energy. So, if I'm feeling like really just like they're hurting me really bad, like right now they're hitting me in the back and in the head, I'll take, Ativan. I'll take 1 milligram of Ativan. You might want to check with your doctor on that, but it can decrease a lot of anxiety. It can help you to get to sleep. When I don't have the Ativan, they can really pump up the God, I can't remember anything right now. Sleep deprivation. They can really pump up the sleep deprivation if I'm out of Ativan. Like if I even if I take melatonin. But when I'm on Ativan and I'm taking like 1 milligram a day, I can get to sleep pretty easily. I guess relatively easy, with this stuff. But I'm not a doctor, so I'm not prescribing that or saying you must get that. Talk to your doctor about that. It's a very mild one. It has an 11-hour half-life, which means it lasts longer than Valium or Xanax, and it's milder. And it also has a sedative in it, so it can help you to get to sleep. So, and I think a lot of target individuals that I've talked to that take this, it really helps them. But I'm not a doctor, remember that. I'm just telling y'all something that I do that helps me a lot. Alright, that's kind of a fast going through some of my supplements, but maybe it'll give you some of you guys some ideas. Glutathione is another important one. Can't remember the other important ones, like A something. Alpro-popoic acid. That's a very important one that I have not tried yet, because I don't have money right now, but I want to try it. Alright guys, I'm getting to 30 minutes. I hope something in this video helped you, but let's keep going. Lots of things are happening. We're getting closer and closer every day, and I don't want to live like this for my whole life, like a lot of you don't either. And I don't believe